Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. It's been a while since I showed you this journal. This is my TV show journal, and today I want to show you the year 2023 in it. Also, it's a different background this time. It's a black table. I've decided to go to my dining table because I thought maybe the light would be better, because right here is a window and over there is my balcony, so I hope the light is better than last time. So let's just dive in.
1, 2, 3, funk it.
The journal is from Yup and Tom, and maybe you remember this page from the last time. This is where I left you. That's the end of 2022 and the beginning of 2023. I don't know how much I will talk about the things. Some things are written in English, some are written in German. Just be warned about spoilers. You decide if you want to read it. If you don't want to know anything, I recommend not reading it. Sometimes there's spoilers, sometimes there's not. But just to let you know, if you don't want to know anything, just don't read it. So the first thing I watched in 2023 was The Circle USA. As you can see, I never even finished it. I just got 2 episodes in and gave up. I also watched Criminal Minds. I was really obsessed with it. I did finish that one. I also highly recommend. I think it's a fun show. Or I don't know if fun is the right word, but I liked watching it. There's a continuation because it's a pretty long show. Then I think, yes, season 4. There, of course, are spoilers because it's season 4, so yeah. I think I didn't like it. I'm not sure anymore. Oh, yeah, I wrote down here, I'm not even sure if I will watch the next season, if there even is one. So there's the answer, I didn't like it. But spoiler, there is another season and I did watch it. But that's for another time. I did watch Lockwood & Co. It got cancelled and I'm very upset about it. I did really like this show. I would have loved to know how it continues, but I guess I never will. But I think there's books, so maybe I will read the books because I really enjoyed the story. Still, I'm sad that I won't see the on-screen characters anymore. I also watched Ant-Man, and if you see something like that, like a very long text, it's mostly a description from Notion, because for some time I tracked my reading and watching and everything in Notion, so I just wrote down what I wrote down in Notion. Yeah, but still, spoilers here as well. I watched Ant-Man and the Wasp, what I wrote in Notion, Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, again what I watched in what I wrote in Notion. And I also watched that movie in the cinema, but I don't think I have the ticket anymore. Then I watched The Bureau of Magical Things, which is a kids' TV show, but I still really enjoyed it. It was fun and entertaining. I watched Dries, that's a fashion designer. I watched it for school and I put in my notes for that. I think it's a description, but also what I needed to know for school. Then I watched Racing Dion. Got cancelled again. Again, I'm sad about it because I liked it. I would have liked to know how it continued. Also, I mostly write down if something gets cancelled. So if you're interested in something but there's some cancelled and there stands cancelled and you don't want to watch something that's cancelled, maybe that's good for you, so you know it's something that was cancelled, but if I remember, I will also tell you. Then, Warrior Man, also really enjoyed it, also got cancelled. I even wrote down Netflix, be like, you gay, go away. Yeah, I thought it was funny, I don't know. But yes, it was cancelled, but then again, I think there will be a movie. It was cancelled by, I believe, either there's gonna be a new season anyways, or at least there will be a movie. But I'm not sure when it will come out or anything like that. Also not sure if the same writer and producer will work on it or not, but I will see when it comes out. I don't know yet. I don't think it's out. Then I watched The Imperfects. which was cancelled. I don't know, maybe you see a theme here. I just watched a lot of things that got cancelled. The Imperfects as well. And again, I would have loved to know where this is going because it was quite interesting and I would love to know how it would continue, but I don't think I will find out. Then I watched Shadow and Bone. If you're interested in this one, I also did a video about this, about the books at least. So I will link that up here if you want to know more. I liked the first season a lot. I didn't like the second season as much because there was too much in it. And for my opinion, it spoiled too much. If you don't know, this is based on the books of the Grishaverse and the Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom by Lee Bardugo. And they included the crows because the writer wanted that, because he thought the Grishaverse alone is too boring, which I would disagree. Yes, Six of Crows is better, but that's exactly why I would have made it their own thing. But instead they mixed everything together, which worked in the first season, but I don't think it worked really well in the second season, because it spoiled a lot of the plot for Six of Crows, and I thought it was way too early to spoil the things they spoiled. And we didn't even start their storyline yet, and we already got spoiled, so I didn't like that. Then we have Daisy Jones and the Six. I read the book. I thought it was okay. I also thought I would give the TV show a try, but I didn't really like it. There's also one scene, a kiss scene, that was very different in the book and in the TV show. I don't think I will ever finish that because I don't care enough about it. But also there's a reading blog, or I don't think it was a reading blog, I think it was a school blog. But there I talk about the book and the TV show, so I can link that as well. Then we have Hidden Figures. Actually, I also never finished that one. We started it in English class, but this one I'm still interested in. I would love to know what else there is to know. And it was about three black women. I think they worked for NASA. So I'm still interested in finishing this one. Then we have Criminal Minds, Suspect Behavior, I think it's called. In German it's called Team Red, so I don't know. But it's a spin-off that was cancelled. Surprise. If you're wondering why I watched the spin-offs, I think at that point I finished the original series, but I wasn't quite ready to let go, so I watched some spin-offs. First up, this one, which has a very mean cliffhanger, so I didn't like that, but I did like the series. I don't know why they didn't continue it. And I also watched the spin-off Criminal Minds Beyond Borders, which I also liked, but I think it was also cancelled. I'm not sure. At least I didn't continue, so I think there wasn't more. Then I watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and maybe I will have to blur some of this page because I was very excited about this movie. I love Guardians of the Galaxy and I was very excited for the last movie, but also very scared because Marvel doesn't have the best reputation anymore. Like, they make a lot of bad movies and I was scared they would fuck this one up as well. Thankfully they didn't, so I'm very excited about that. I also watched this one in the cinema. There's also spoilers here, so as I said, don't read anything if you don't want to know. But I really enjoyed this movie. I really like how they finished it, and I'm just glad it was good because it deserved to be good. Then I watched the new seasons of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I'm not sure if both seasons were new or if I just missed one and did catch up on it that. Not sure about that anymore. But if you need some fun recommendation, I would recommend this TV show. It's about a woman in the 60s, I think, who's trying to be a stand-up comedian. And it's very fun. I really like it. Then I also watched Manifest, the finale, I think this was, because season 4 was split into 2 parts. part 1 and part 2, and this is season 4 part 2, and I think that was the finale. I'm still not sure what to think about that, to be honest. I had no idea where this TV show was going. It's quite religious somehow. It has a mystery. I didn't expect the end the way it was. I can just tell you, in the beginning I was very hooked. Like, if you start it, you can't stop it. At least I couldn't. But I'm not sure if it was worth it. I'm also not sure which end I would have preferred. I just know I didn't expect the end we got. But maybe if you watched this TV show, let me know what you thought of the ending. Then I also watched The Ultimatum Queer Love, which is a little bit of trash TV. Sometimes I watch that. And then sometimes I regret it as well. This one I actually finished, which isn't always the case, but this one I actually finished. Then I also watched Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and I was really excited about this movie. I also really like this movie. I love the animation style. I also like Miles a lot. We also get to see more of the multiverse, I guess. In the first movie we just saw other Spider-Man, but we didn't really see their universes. But in this one we also see the other universes, which was pretty cool. But the ending really shocked me. Or like, it was a very good build-up and a very good cliffhanger, but I also hated it to be a cliffhanger. Not because it was bad, but because I wanted to watch the next one immediately and I can't. There's that. But I'm very, very excited about the next one. I just hope it will be good as well, because there was some controversy about the animators not getting paid or not having enough time to do their job. So I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. Like, animators need their time, I know it. I've learned to animate a little bit, and I know it takes a lot of time. Just 3 seconds of something you see can take 3 days or longer, because it's very complicated and takes a lot of time. And therefore it should also be paid more, because you should be paid for your time. I still hope it happens and I still hope it's good, but I would prefer they take a lot longer than they planned and it be good than to take less time and it be bad. No one wants that, so please take your time, pay your animators, and I will see you when I see you. Then I watched Black Mirror season 6. And for Black Mirror, if you don't know this show, it's not really a continuation of itself. Like, it's not one story throughout, but there's always an episode, and one episode has its own story. Or maybe sometimes 2 episodes, but I think mostly it's just 1 episode and it tells a story about some futuristic stuff that could go wrong. So I put my little description and thoughts for every single one of them. You can see I had a lot to say about this one. But yeah, just read it if you watched it or if you don't care about spoilers. Again. Yes, I also really recommend this TV show. It's very interesting and it has a lot of interesting concepts. And then I watched Secret Invasion, which I'm also not sure what to think about. In the beginning, I thought it could be very interesting, but there's a lot of YouTube videos describing what the Secret Invasion really is in the comics and stuff, and it sounds a lot more interesting there. Also, the concept that everyone could be everyone wasn't fully fulfilled in this series. Like, it could have been way better than it was. Also, the intro is AI, I believe, which I don't really like. Most people really didn't like it. But on YouTube, there's a creator who made made a real animation out of the AI animation. I will also link that below if I can find it, because I really liked that. I would have also preferred if they paid an artist to do art. Then we have Criminal Minds Evolution, or also season 16. I don't know, is it a reboot? Is it the same thing? It's the same characters, except for Reed, which was really sad because Spencer Reed is one of my favorite characters and he isn't in here, or not yet at least. I don't know if he will come back. I should actually look up if there's more released now. Could be, I don't know, but I would count it as Criminal Minds as well, and I already told you about that. Then I watched Legacies, the 4th season, which is the last season, but I don't think it was supposed the last season. It just got cancelled and they got the 4th season to wrap everything up. They were also not able to go to the fullest potential, even though I think it wasn't that strong anyways. It was pretty weak. Like, it was fun to watch, but it's nothing compared to the originals or the Vampire Diaries. Even though the Vampire Diaries in the end also got a little bit silly, I guess. This one, very much silly. Then I watched Catching Killers, season 3, enjoyed that one. Then I watched The White Lotus, season 1 and season 2. I think there's a season 3, maybe even 4 now, but I haven't watched those. I just watched season 1 and season 2, which I enjoyed. I think I enjoyed the first one more than the second, but I still enjoyed both. Then I watched Mayfair Witches, which the trailer is a lot more interesting than the TV show itself. It's pretty boring, and I don't know how a witch TV show even can be that boring, but somehow it is. Then I watched The Night Stalker. You can see I didn't even finish the first episode. I don't know if it was the time or if I don't like it. With this one, I'm not sure. Then I watched The Rookie. I watched 5 seasons. I also think there should be a new one out by now, but I haven't checked. But I will continue because I enjoy it. I also recommend this one. This one is about this man here. He's called Nolan, and he starts a new job. He is in a bank robbery. Like, he doesn't rob. Sorry, let me explain it in a different way. He is in a bank when a bank robbery happens, and because of that incident, he wants to be a police officer. So he becomes the oldest rookie in the police force. So the newest member who is the oldest, if that makes sense. And I think it's quite interesting. And then I watched Hotel Cecil, Crime Scene, The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel. Still, I don't know which one is the English title and which one is the German title, so I'll just tell you both of them. And that was very interesting as well, because there's a lot going on in this hotel. Then I watched Too Hot to Handle, trash TV again, and this time I didn't even finish the first episode because I couldn't be bothered. After that we have The Recruit, which I believe was a CIA agent. I'm not sure anymore. I think I could continue this, I'm not sure, but at the time I wasn't interested enough. Then I also watched Killing Eve, which I also got bored of, but I don't remember why. Maybe it was also the wrong time. But I almost finished season 1. Maybe I will come back to it. Then I watched Suits. And I did watch a lot of it, but I never finished it. Because I think it was too repetitive at some point. And I also gonna tell you the story, which this guy, Mike I think is his name, fakes to be an attorney. He isn't legally an attorney, but he still works as one. And of course, if the police finds out, he will go to jail, which sooner or later will happen. And you always know that in the back of your head. Then I watched Barbie in the cinema. It was pretty sad, so that's why I'm crying here. Again, I watched it in the cinema. This is my cinema ticket. I didn't know Barbie would be that deep, I guess, but it was. Then I watched Heartstopper Season 2 to refresh my mind because there would be a new season out. And also because it's just a comfort show and I really like it. And then I also watched Only Murders in the Building Season 3, which I believe was new here. I watched the new season of it and I liked it. After that I watched The Rookie Feds, which is a spin-off of The Rookie, but I didn't really watch it because I wanted to watch it. But you know, sometimes show crossovers, like they put one episode in the original and then they put one episode in the spin-off. That's the case here, and I wanted to get the full story, so I watched the spin-off, this one episode. Not because I wanted to, but because I had to, so I did that, and then I went back to the original and never watched this one really. Then I watched The Ultimatum, this time not queer love, but normal. So hetero couples, not queer couples. But again, I couldn't be bothered, and I found a creator on YouTube, Kenny JD, and she watched it. And I just watched her videos watching it because it was way more interesting that way with her commentary than just me watching it by myself. So that's how I watched it. So I guess I did finish it, but with her videos, not by myself. Then I also watched Gilmore Girls. Didn't get that far into it. I'm not sure if it really just was the first episode or maybe a little more. But it also was kind of boring to me, so I didn't continue. Then I watched Sex Education, Season 4. Again, I think they got cancelled and they had to wrap it up in Season 4. I don't know why, especially Netflix always does that, cancel series before the seasons are finished or before the story is finished. I don't get it, but that's what happened. And especially it's strange because there's a completely new cast of characters introduced and they didn't even have time to have their own arc really because they got introduced and then the end. That's it. So I don't know what was the point of that, but as I said, I guess the writers didn't know at the time that it would be the last season when they wrote it, so it's not completely their fault. I also don't know how much time they got for rewrites or something like that, or if they just had to push it out as the last season. I'm not sure, as I said, it's weird, I don't understand Netflix. Because a lot of the series I showed you that were cancelled are also from Netflix. I don't get why they cancel the good stuff and in the middle, and I don't get it, I don't know why, but that's how it is, I guess. Then I watched Dr. House, which I really enjoyed. He's a really grumpy character, very sarcastic, but it's just fun to watch. Also, if you see reactions, especially from real doctors, you realize how little sense this makes. But I just watched it for entertainment. I'm not a doctor, so I didn't care. I watched Loki Season 2. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoy Loki. Not only as a character, but also the complete TV series. It's one of the better ones. Then I watched Doctor Who. There were some special release episodes. I actually planned to fill out my thoughts, but I never got to it. So I guess I will have to re-watch it at some point. Also, I just realized, I guess spoiler. But you know, I guess everyone knows he always comes back, so I don't know how much of a spoiler that actually is. Some more Doctor Who, another special episode, and then I think this was the first official episode of the new season, I believe. Or it was the last special, I'm not sure anymore. But it was the introduction of the new Doctor, or like the new Doctor, which I really like. But again, spoilers. I don't know. I guess if you know Doctor Who, you know he always regenerates. I don't know. Should I blur it? I don't think I will. Maybe I will put a disclaimer? I'm not sure. I guess if you care about Doctor Who, you know anyways, and if you don't care, you don't care, so I don't know if that's necessary. And then I watched Der ganz große Traum. I will have to look up what this movie is called in English, I don't know. And we watched that in school as well. And I'm not sure if we ever finished it, but it's about football or soccer, because football could be confusing, so I'm just gonna say soccer. And our teacher taught it to his students, I guess. It's quite an interesting story, but I don't know how to explain it. But now you see again 2024 next episode, so that was everything for 2023. Let me know if you have any questions, or also please let me know if you have any recommendations. I would love that. I always like to watch something new and fun, so that's it. That's my 2023 reading journal, still the same journal, and it also is for 2024, but then I did run out of space. But that's for another video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next. That's just me trying to make a thumbnail, if you're wondering.